Hello and welcome. I am Dogbert here to talk about the disappointment that is Apocalypse. If you're expecting him and the Four Horsemen to rule Arena, well, you're about to be very disappointed when he comes out. So, why am I saying all this? Well, because we actually know the kit, which is one part of the problem, but the other part of the problem, the biggest thing, is that we got to see the stats, thanks to the Strike Time video. Now, if you didn't see something in the Strike Time video, let me show you a picture of some of his stats. The important one, speed. This is from the Strike Time video. You see, Apocalypse's speed is only 122. Is that a good speed overall in the game? Yes. Is it enough to make the Four Horsemen in Apocalypse rule the arena? No. And there's a couple of different reasons for that. Number one, of course, is speed. Number two, it goes back to his kit. Let's take a look at his kit again. So this is the kit of Apocalypse, which is a very good looking kit. Now, when I say Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen probably won't rule arena, I mean it. Does that mean Apocalypse is going to be a totally useless character? No. He'll be a very useful character, very plug and play friendly, I think. And I think he could see some very interesting teams, especially in Cosmic Crucible, because of some of the things he does. So when we look over this, okay, if he gets his basic off, he gets offense up and speed up, which would definitely help him. But the problem is, he's not going to get that if you put him with the Four Horsemen. You say, what about his counter chance? Well, he does get counter chance, based on if he has villain allies. If you burn the Four Horsemen, there's only two villains, Archangel and Morgan Le Fay. So you will have a good counterattack chance and a chance to get that up. So all we have to do is just not really set that off too much. But that's not going to really matter. The big thing is in his passive. This character could not be revived. They explained that they didn't want Dormammu to really just be paired with him all the time. So if he can't be revived, and you don't have Dormammu on the team to revive the other horsemen, it makes the team a lot easier to beat. Just take a look at Emma and the Four Horsemen right now in the arena, how easy they are to beat. It's a joke. Well, it's not going to get any better with Apocalypse. So he gets on spawn, he does get immunity. That doesn't matter. That's pretty much going to be his only buff. And well, 2099 on his turn will flip one positive buff, which he gets 1000% extra focus for. So it's coming off. 50% health, yes, that's very nice. He's going to have a very big health pool. Now, he can't be stunned, kind of like Dormammu and Doom. Unless, of course, you're applying trauma. Now, who could apply trauma and a stun? Oh, Weaver. Oh, Weaver's base speed is faster than Apocalypse also. At 127. That's before the 2099 stuff. You know, that whole speed up on spawn thing. So we already know that 2099 will get rid of the immunity. Now, the whole Apocalypse doesn't get slowed down by Emma, essentially. That's what that kit means. They said it only says that his speed can't be affected. It has nothing to do with speed bar, which is what most characters do except for Emma. Emma's the only one who affects your speed as far as decreasing it. That's just an anti-Emma thing. So when we look at teams that take him down, well, it's pretty much the Tangled Web and the Eternals. We're going to be taking them down again. The fifth, well, that's probably going to either be Cable or Loki, to be honest with you. We're just not going to use Emma. Because if you look at the Eternals, they're pretty fast as well. Coming in at 126. And I believe Cersei's at 125. Let me find my Cersei. There she is. So they're going to be pretty fast. And if you notice, what they do is they reduce speed bar. They do not reduce speed. They're taking away speed bar. That's very important when you're facing Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen. That means he will lose speed bar. And if he loses speed bar, so do the other horsemen. They all lose it. And because there's no Dormammu to revive them, it's actually a much easier team to take down. So, Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen will not be ruling Arena. Not even close. The cookie cutter meta is here to stay. Now, will there be more theory crafting with Apocalypse? Of course. Should be very interesting if you throw almost some more villains and stuff. Maybe we can try something out. Maybe we'll find something different. I'm very interested in it. In Cosmic Crucible, the fact that he removes Safeguard from on spawn is going to be very interesting. That kind of screws over Unlimited, because they don't have it then. But as far as him himself, I mean, we could use hybrids. He could even be the 5th member of that team that we're using. Because it's looking like we'll just end up stunning him. We don't even have to stun him first. We need to stun Red Hulk first. Because if we stun Red Hulk... Oops, wrong ability. I want this ability. If Red Hulk never gets this off, if he never gets a turn, there's no more speed bar. There's no removing revive once. Or maybe we'll just throw Dormammu in there. I think most likely the 5th, though, will either be Cable and or Loki. Well, I should say, or Loki. That'd be correct in my grammar. Of course, we all know Cable gives speed bar, but so does Loki. He also speeds up Icarus and Cersei, which are the 2 ones that we really need to get going to outspeed Morgan Le Fay. And Loki also does something else. Here he is. It's been a while since I used him. Because don't forget, if you have this T4, he's also going to lower resistance, making it more possible that 2099 is going to land those slows on Morgan and Apocalypse and the entire team in all. Because if they have slow, they're 50% slower. And that's huge. Especially if they ever get a turn. So I think we will see a resurgence of Loki as the 5th. And of course, there's always our good friend Cable, giving us 5% speed bar on spawn. Of course, you could also throw in Hela, but that won't be as good because Hela requires the Greg to die. Now, if we see some like Tangled Web, Apocalypse, and random Horsemen with them, that could be an interesting team. But, you know, it was just kind of really interesting that with this 1 year of things and everything happening with Apocalypse, he's just not that great. He's a good character, but he's not like a galactic legend and was in, you know, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. He'll be taken down. He'll be knocked out real quick in that arena. Makes you wonder if it really was worth it. I mean, he's got an interesting kit. Removing that safeguard on spawn. That brings me to one last thing. Apocalypse and his team was designed to take down Darkhold. They thought Darkhold would be the arena meta still to this day. They never designed it to do anything else. Don't believe me? Go watch the Strike Time video. Then they talk about arena. They're talking about Darkhold. Even the way they talk about turn order, their testing was against Darkhold. They didn't test against the things that we do. And because of that, the Eternals will be around, hybrids will be around, and well, that's going to be the game. Until we get something else that's interesting. You never know what's coming. What will Quicksilver do? We don't know. It could be different though. Well, until next time everybody, I think I've said enough. Unfortunately, Apocalypse is not that game breaking. But that's actually kind of good.